What's happening, guys? Ashley back again with another Vibe Audio product video. Today what we're going to do is run through our latest in Blackdeath Pro speaker range. So what you can see in front of me is the brand new for 2020 6M and 8M mid-range speakers and our fantastic BD Pro 3T tweeter. I'm just going to go for a bit of technical information about the products, give you guys a better understanding of what we've got here, so that when you're looking to install them in the cars you understand them a bit better. So what we have here is our two brand new mid-range Pro audio speakers. Now the Blackdeath range was always a fantastic product, extremely powerful, extremely loud, and very efficient. So the only way we could make these better was to make them louder and even more efficient, which is exactly what we've done. So with both of these speakers in comparison to the old models, they both still have a 2-inch voice coil, but they have a much larger magnet on there to give even more motor force. But then what we've also spent a lot of time doing is making sure they're even more efficient. So the efficiency, the SPL on these speakers is much higher than it previously was, which means you can get these louder off less power. But when you are putting the power in, they are really, really loud. So one of the things we did change about the aesthetics of this speaker, which you can see it really is beautiful, is we've kept the old Vibe style in terms of the alloy gasket, but made this a bit more rugged, a bit more industrial, and a more aggressive look as opposed to the full polished alloy gasket. So the new alloy gasket, as you can see, is half black, half alloy, CNC'd, and this gasket also fits completely flush with the edge of the basket, which makes it much easier installation as opposed to having a wider gasket where your speaker sits in a much larger hole than the gasket fits into. It still keeps our traditional black hole dust cap, which is obviously synonymous with Vibe, keeps us different from the rest of the competition. Dual roll cloth surrounds and a paper cone again aid with the massive efficiencies. We have this obviously in the 6 and also the 8-inch model. Obviously the 8-inch model is absolutely huge. You can see the magnet on that is nearly as big as the 6-inch speaker itself. This year what we've also done is we've added the open mesh wide hexagonal grille, which was something requested by a lot of our customers, because a lot of the big door builds, you'll often have people getting out the cars and kicking the speakers in and damaging them. Luckily with ours, with the dust caps, it wasn't as much of a problem, but we think it really adds a nice touch to the speaker itself when that's mounted. Very aggressive in style and very well protected. These are very solid grills, not your traditional flimsy grills, with obviously being very thick and large hexagonal shapes. So these are your two brand new mid-range speakers. They'll be available, I believe, starting next month. The first few batches that we've had sold out pretty much instantly. So these are very, very high demand speakers. There's a few cars that have got them in that we'll be seeing coming out over the next few months with that fully available. We then have something quite special. This was designed by our Italian speaker engineer, who was absolutely incredible at speaker design. While this may look quite standard in the tweeter itself, it really isn't. So the back may look standard, but the front and all the internals is very special indeed. So the issue that you normally have with this style bullet tweeter or compression driver is that they will often top out at around 8 to 10k, and you won't get the high end out of them. This speaker, this tweeter, will play all the way up to 20k, and the reason that does that is for a number of things. So internally, the membrane is not like any other. So the membrane is a composite material, so it's a mixture of many different alloys and metals, which is designed specifically for high efficiency and wideband production. Combine this with what we have is a very uniquely designed phase plug, which, as you can see on our website when you look in depth, has scalloped all the way inside. It also has a phase adapter internally, which is a red adapter on the bottom of the flange, and what that does again is that makes the phasing a lot more linear. So instead of having large peaks and troughs in a bullet tweeter, which is what you often have, you'll often get very high peaks between sort of 7 and 10k. This is a much more linear tweeter, which means it sounds so much better than the competition. Franco designed this over a long period of time to be the best pro tweeter we've ever had. As you can see from the very large bevel on the flange also, it's very well engineered, and this is probably the best pro tweeter on the market. So that's from the Blackdeath Pro Audio range. We've obviously shown you the subs in previous videos, but thank you for that. Have a look on our website at the new Blackdeath Pro, and we'll catch you again in another video.